these bottles look exactly the same as the one with the poison.
He's got special abilities.
This should be good enough to make a decent copy.
George Cavendish, a professor of Oakmont University, is the poison thief. He made himself a copy of the key to Poison Locker. According to the students, he lives somewhere in Advent. But not all evidence collected, just key evidence. There should be more. Turn off that damn light, it gets more annoying. This is absurd. It's been 5 months and they still haven't finished repairing my office. I'm sitting in the corridor like some kind of waiter. I won't step foot into this building again until the work has been finished. Are you giving me Cavendish's office? You tell that to the board. I'm through with this farce. Aha! All evidence is collected. Let's go.
I'll see you later.
Thank you. Let's see. George Cavendish. So I will need to go to City Hall, I believe. And I don't have any unlocked things over there, but it looks like it's just not too far off, so. We shall go and find the professor and kick his teeth in. Oh yeah. And while we're on the other side, we shall try to find a phone booth. And we've arrived. If that was a short trip. And I know there has to be a phone booth somewhere around this area.
Please help a fella out.
I got nothing, I'm sorry. It won't let me give you anything I got. If it did, I would give it to you. Which side of this building do I go in on? I don't even know. It's the other side, okay. investigate the phone booth looking part of the game, because I know there's gotta be one somewhere. Is that one? Is that it? No, that's a bus stop. I don't want a bus stop, I want a phone booth. Ah, there's a phone booth. Yes, okay. Let us go figure out where the professor lives. I think I will be able to find him using... I think, I might be wrong. I think I can find him here. Well, not him, but information on where he might live. It means I can teleport. Hey, bitch. We hate you still.
Oh, stop bothering me, newcomer.
No. It's fun. Okay. Citizens. George Walter Cavendish. Date of birth, January 26, 1883. Place of birth, Oakmont, Massachusetts. Place of residence, Oakmont. Advent Central, St. Michael Road. Between Carpenter Street and Constitution Street, Flat 2. Occupation, Professor Biology. Civil status, divorce. So... Carpenter Street. Carpenter Street? Nah. Nah. There we go. Carpenter Street. And what? And Carpenter Street and Constitution Street. So he's somewhere over here. Let's go. Off we go! We can do a lot of cool shit in a phone booth.
Extra, extra. All the news that's fit to print. Buy a paper, mister?
No, I don't want a paper. We are so American, aren't we?
Come. Find something you like. Cheaper than the rest.
Uh-huh. My phone going off. Okay.
What's your problem?
I bumped into you. Shut the fuck up. It happens. Don't make me murder you like I murdered the guy who attacked me in the alley. Because I go insane and I don't like it.
That's nothing up on. All I'm saying.
So he's gonna be somewhere. Either this road or the one over. We'll find out. Look for the H. Ah. Get up. Ah, yes. But first, is there anything to steal? No? Wow, it's dark. Can I go here?
The door won't budge.
If you want it, take it. It's free.
The door won't budge.
Well, it's gonna budge.
And judging by the layer of dust on it, this ring hasn't been worn in a long time.
Because he's a
Why keep
sad
it
sack
around?
of shit. That's why. Stealing. Toilet. Dramatic. Westerbrook usually has his lunch about 2:30. Gets some soap. Anna always stays at the fish market. She shouldn't learn about me. New hauls of fish arrive every 2 days. An ounce per box will be enough. The guard spend most of his time on the second floor during the night. Think about a way to divert suspicion from Westbrook. Don't want him to come to any harm. Don't forget to return the flask to the storage. Think about plan B. Yes, let's just leave the evidence. Disturbance in the shells as fighting breaks out between the locals and Innsmouthers. The cause of the conflict appeared to be the disappearance of several women, with locals accusing a group of Innsmouthers of the crime. The Oakmont police continue to investigate the vanishings, but the case remained unsolved. One source from the shells reports the trace of fish scales and seaweed were found at multiple victims' homes, which seem to have precipitated the fight.
This Cavendish guy did an impressive investigation, and the EOD is in the center of all of it.
Going, gone. Body count rises. A vanishing continue across Oakmont. Locals are in a panic, with most of the reported disappearances occurring in the Shell, Salvation Harbor, and Grimhaven Bay. Captain Caleb Lyons of the Oakmont Police has put out a call for information. Our evidence suggests a link between these disappearances of the charity organization EOD that has recently risen to prominence among the city's poor, said Lyons. Most of the victims seem to have either joined the group or been a recipient of their alms. We encourage anyone with information to come forward. The Chronicle reminds readers to avoid any suspicious newcomers, especially Innsmouthers, and to remain at home during evening hours. Stay alert. Okay.
Door won't budge.
It will in a minute.
I loved you. I always loved you.
A lot of fancy dresses locked away in a dark corner for a long time. I'm starting to smell some deep family trauma here.
You will never understand our cause. My child is blessed by the sea. I'm leaving you, George. George, I can't live like this anymore. There's something I have to tell you.
I don't care what your damn EOD cult demands, Anna! I thought the child was mine. Mine!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
George?
I don't care what your damn—
You will never understand our cause. My child is blessed by the sea. I'm leaving you, George.
George Cavendish. He had a wife named Anna. She had a baby that was not his, but blessed by the sea and claimed by the EOD. This caused their split.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
Calm down. My name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator.
Right now, you look like someone who's breaking into my house. A burglar. Explain yourself.
No, Cavendish. Time for you to do some explaining. Care to tell me why you poisoned the fish at the EOD warehouse? And you better not lie to me. Oh, sorry. Is this making you angry? Yeah, two can play at that game, and believe me, I've got plenty of anger for the both of us.
How dare you?
I'm only going to ask politely once. Then my gun will do the talking.
Fine. Fine. Yes, it was me. But I had a good reason to do it. It all comes back to Anna.
What's Anna got to do with all this?
As you might have already gleaned, she was my wife.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it all starts to come together now.
The EOD robbed me of her. It all started with the free fish. We were all short on food at the
Clear
time,
my ears.
and then they hooked her with their nonsense about the benevolent sea and greater good. I looked past it for some time, but then...
She became pregnant.
Yes. At first, I was over the moon. But then one day she came to me, that snake, and told me that the child was not mine. She said it was blessed by the sea, that it was demanded by the EOD. Doomed take them! I couldn't stand it. I just couldn't.
Oh, this should be fun. What's your good reason for poisoning innocent people? You know the EOD are feeding the hungry, don't you?
No, that's exactly the problem. They're not doing it out of charity. They do it to spread their influence and recruit new members. Some of those initiates, as they call them, vanish without a trace. And not just them. They kidnap ordinary folks, too.
And poisoning the fish would prevent this. How?
Oh, you see, not everyone in this city believes in the EOD yet. They have opposition among the citizens, both rich and poor. A rumor of the EOD's fish being poisonous and several incidents would be enough to undermine the EOD by sparking fear and mistrust.
There must be another way to deal with the EOD. Like, if their crimes are that obvious, why don't you just go to the police?
They're resourceful, those sons of hagfish. They maintain a squeaky clean image, and they're good at it. I tried going to the police. They were no help at all. And I'm not suicidal enough to make it public and take them to court.
So what's your next move?
I was interrupted and couldn't finish my task. The EOD received a fresh haul of fish, but now they're on alert and raised their guard. I understand I'm in no position to ask. But after reviewing all the facts I've presented to you, Mr. Reed, would you agree to help me?
I'm not happy that he poisoned. I'm gonna listen.
Keep talking. Now, what is it you want from me?
Poison the rest of the fish. It's spreading, but it's not enough. The EOD trusts you enough to deal with me, so it should be
I'm
simple
not
for
gonna
you.
kill a bunch of no.
My agent inside the EOD reports that they've just received a fresh haul. That's your target.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna go kill.
You're a madman, Cavendish. You're willing to let innocent people suffer and die just to get revenge on your ex-wife. No, this madness has to stop. And I'm gonna put an end to it right now.
Oh, no, no. You don't understand.
Don't like having to do that, but I can't kill a bunch of innocent people. I can't. Anna Cavendish is a zealous servant of EOD, and she will follow any instructions without hesitation. Anna Cavendish is... Oh, excuse me. Anna is covering the EOD's shady ambitions to take over the city. George Cavendish poisoned the fish to undermine the EOD's charitable operation. George Cavendish became desperate after EOD robbed him of his wife. He's determined to save others from the same fate. I can't accept it, though. The EOD has much more going on than charity organs. They're dirty, I know it. Whatever they're up to isn't good. I should help George Cavendish to loosen the EOD's grip on the city. We will, but yeah, sorry, he still had to go, because he's still willing to kill a bunch of innocent people for revenge at the same time. I don't think it was just to save, you know, everybody. It's revenge. Revenge isn't always sweet. Sometimes revenge gets you killed. Let's see if we can find a phone booth. It's not a phone booth. Okay. To the fishy market. Oops. They give you some good things to question here, but I feel like the majority of them are pretty clear-cut. It's like, yeah. The only one really questionable may be the first one, but the rest have been like, well, you clearly murdered someone. You're clearly murdering people. The first one was at least like a plea of possible insanity, but these ones are not. You know. And the old woman, though she did kill someone, they also killed someone. So really, I can't. She. Yeah, I don't. That one was just no. All right, let's go deal with Anna.
Take as much as you need. It won't cost you a penny.
I found the poisoner and dealt with him. He won't be bothering you anymore.
See, bless you, Charlie. That's great news. Who was it?
Well, see, now that's the interesting part. It was your ex-husband, George Cavendish.
Oh. Well, that son of a rotten shark finally got what was coming to him. Good riddance. Still, it's strange. I never thought he'd have the guts to do something like this. He was always a pushover.
You're taking this remarkably well for a woman who just found out her ex-husband was a poisoner.
He's nobody to me. The EOD is my family now. We serve a higher purpose than he could ever grasp. My life finally has meaning. You've done us both a huge favor by relieving him of the burden of his miserable existence. Well done, Charlie.
All right. No more messing around. Get me in touch with your Grand Poobah or whoever's in charge, now.
Easy there, Charlie. I'm a woman of my word. Go to the basement of the fish market. It's nearby. You'll find an Innsmouther there by the name of Maurice. Tell him I've sent you. You'll get your answers.
About time.
Glad to see you again.
Basement of the fish market. Yes, I don't think it's in the fish market. It's going to be around the fish market. Okay. Sometimes I like to be given more info than they give.
And it is only fair to be afraid. Titanic forces are at work, infinitely greater than ourselves. Unknowable, incomprehensible. There will be sacrifice. There will be loss. There will be darkness. But these are the hallmarks
think he's
of a
blind.
pivotal moment in time. And each of us has a part to play.
I guess this city wouldn't be complete without a doomsday prophet.
Let me assure you, I am anything but. I am called Ebernote Blackwood, and this is the place I have chosen to share my message. Please, come to one of my full sermons.
Charles Reed. Good to meet you. Blackwood. You're a member of the Grand Family.
I am indeed the last of that line, inheritor of an empty mansion and a severed history.
I'll see you around.